Hello, everyone. We're back on our guard. And really, the last time I played our guard is when they put in the first set of changes to Redline, or just the guard in general. And I haven't touched it since. And they also made changes again. So we're gonna see how it feels. Do I need sweeping cut targets? At least, well, what's its normal target count? 5? I think that's fine. Right, because we got this new ability, Reckless Attack. Damage over time, yes. Yep, Brutal Wound, Brutal Assault, 2.5% melee damage. That sounds good. So we need Force Opening again. Oh, right, so Guardian's Ward now gives a melee damage buff. So we're probably going to want that. Do I do this Bastion of Light stuff? Block chance. Tactical and critical defense. It's not bad. More melee damage. Oh, so we got another interesting. Right, stagger is now our corruption removal, so that's at least they reduced the cooldown, I guess. I don't know if that makes Sting any good anymore. Force Opening. Filled with rage, make a final and devastating attack. Requires blind rage. How do we get blind rage? Blind rage. To the king sometimes blinds you with rage. Oh, okay. So after we use to the king, we can then go into a blind rage and do another skill. And then it just reactivates the chain. So we still gotta do... We still gotta do Thrust first before Brutal Assault. Overwhelm also applies a bleed. So Sweeping Cut, Thrust, Overwhelm. Brutal Assault. To the king. Reckless Attack. Alright, this will be interesting to try.
Could I speak with you a moment? What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm not worried about my crafting, because we know we can just whatchamacallit.
Well met.
This is gonna be slow as hell, isn't it? Yep. Oh, we can map back. Okay. Oh, right, and they changed this again. 5% bonus parry chance. Yeah, so they removed the damage off of it, and I also can't activate it while solo now. So that's fun. Charge doesn't give us damage anymore. It's just a stun. Correct. Yes. Once they introduced the Light of Arendelle on gear, crafting became useless. And then crafting became useful again after that point. So for one expansion, crafting feels pretty bad.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Well, at least they gave a reason to push Guardian's Ward now. So that's nice. Sting is now more useless, at least until later, I guess, until I get the... Oh, I might have the Tracery. Once you have the Sting Tracery, I guess Sting will do a decent amount of damage. Force Opening is just so that you can use Thrust before Brutal Assault. Okay. Wait, what's this? Oh. Oh, right. That's our normal buff. So they changed... Right. Okay. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to do that. Yeah. Auction house for any gear is just dead the point I'm at now. Yup. It'll come back at 120 though. 120 onward. Could be a bit of both. You're also getting into the point of the game where free-to-play players now have to purchase content to continue playing, or most of them do, and then weird stuff where.
What business have you with the Rohirrim? I am glad you have come with such haste. For these troubles weigh heavily upon me.
I guess less people play that content overall because they're either past that content or they haven't reached it. You're in that weird middle ground phase.
At first light. Men are still arriving at Dunharrow.
But also, the whole crafted gear is kind of useless because it doesn't have Light of Arendelle gear, or Light of Arendelle.
Why would anyone go to that haunted mountain?
At least that's the way it was in Mordor. Maybe they changed it, but I don't think they did. People also just really dislike leveling in Mordor. So they kind of just bypass it by spamming missions.
I did not mean for it to go so far. If I bring you to the entrance, will you enter the mountain and search for Elfdag?
Top 15 highest level people. Oh, wow.
I will bring you to the dark door. and I will wait outside for you.
The Dimholt Road leads to the dark door.
by myself.
Paths beneath the haunted mountain where the dead walk. Few dare to go that way.
Okay, so Guardian's Ward first. Then we open up our bleeds. And then once the bleeds are in place, we can use Brutal Assault. I mean, the flow feels a little bit better than it did. They really tried to make it viable for, raid, is what it feels like. Because there's just, your rotation is much longer, so you don't get to build everything while leveling, which, I mean, is pretty standard, but still. South, yeah, we're still doing this. It sounded almost convincing. Well, I think with the new... It does, I guess it does feel a little bit more fluid. It's just the muscle, I gotta reset my muscle memory basically. I'm sure if you leveled up as a guard now from level 1, it would make more sense. But changing the muscle memory is so difficult. Should almost actually change where these buttons go now, I think. That might help as well. Yeah, that'll probably help. So it's about the Guardian's journey. Putting the corruption removal though on staggered that's definitely weird. I just don't think you'll ever hit Sting now, though. That's the weird part. Getting a special item. Ooh. Endgame Redguard here. You do hit Sting like no tomorrow if you want to be competitive. Really? I guess maybe in a raid scenario that makes sense. Also, do I have the... I might not have this at this level. I might not have the... Yeah, I don't have the Sting Legacy. That probably helps. It makes it feel useful. I'm just trying to figure out where it would go in the rotation.
Are you?
Because you buff your damage. You trigger thrust, right? Through force opening or parry, right? Force opening, retaliation, thrust. You increase the bleed with brutal assault. And then again with... Oh wait, To the King doesn't... I thought To the King added another bleed. Or increased the bleed. So then it's just Overwhelm that is the bleed. Okay. And then yeah, you cash out the bleeds, but you just kind of repeat that.
You have exceeded your reputation this day. I ask you to travel the paths of the dead, and by that way, come into Gondor.
Essentially, a beer buff. The streamer 75% more tolerable cries for punishment, though. Yeah, because everything also just does more damage than Sting right now. Yeah, so you really need that Legacy. Or Tracery. Without the Tracery, Sting does nothing. Sting in normal retaliation is meant to be chain abilities. You're meant to use them in between big bombers. Right. Openers such as Brutal Assault. Brutal Assault, Sting, Thrust, Overwhelm. But why would you use Brutal Assault before Thrust? Because Brutal Assault only does the bleed if the deep wound from Thrust is there. Or are you using Thrust for the Overwhelm bleed instead? Is that what's going on? So you can't have a Brutal Assault bleed and an Overwhelm bleed now? It's one or the other? Because they both feed off of the deep wound that Thrust gives? Biggest openers you will open with... Yeah, you'll open with... yeah, Recklessness, damage buff. I don't... Well, yeah, okay, so I don't have Cataclysm Shout, because that's... down here? Yeah, we're not there yet. Brutal Assault into Retaliation. Thrust... Sting, Overwhelm. So you're using the Thrust bleed into the Overwhelm bleed. So you're ignoring the Brutal Assault bleed? Why would they even put a bleed on brutal assault then if they want you to use overwhelm? That seems weird. But I guess if you're ignoring force opening and you're using brutal assault as the force opening instead, I guess that makes sense. I just figured you'd always want to use thrust before brutal assault so that you can get that extra bleed in there. And then you essentially chain thrust again, right? Because you would do thrust, brutal assault, it reopens the parry. So you go back into retaliation, thrust again, and then you have the overwhelm bleed, the brutal assault bleed, so that you can use hammer down and remove and cash in all the bleeds. I'll have to mess with that. Off to the Iron Hills? Hell yeah. And also animation cancel your interrupt. Your interrupt still. Yeah. Yeah, I always do sweeping cut into stamp. Because sweeping cut also applies a bleed that you need before you use hammer down. Because that's also what retaliation was used for, right? It was also an animation cancel. So you could do like sweeping cut stamp, brutal assault, retaliation into thrust, and then you had to the king or overwhelm ready at that point, and then you had hammer down after. Oh wait, does sweeping cut not apply a bleed anymore? Oh, that's where the bleed comes in. At max rank. Oh. That's the change that they made. Interesting. I'll have to look at the full total points. Is it worth basically adding 1 bleed? You're spending 2 points to add 1 bleed to increase the damage of hammer down by another 1k essentially. Plus all the bleed damage. Bleeds are mostly supplementary damage now? That's so weird. Especially because, like, the whole point of hammer down is to have as many bleeds on the target as possible. For, like, that insane burst damage. Because, yeah, you want... As long as you always want a bleed on the target.
These are troublesome times indeed.
It's so weird.
If you are a friend of Gondor, welcome to Morlad.
I mean, it's nice that it's not tied, like the most of your
troublesome
damage isn't
times
tied
indeed.
to bleeds now.
These
but-
are troublesome times indeed. Gondor needs your... How may I help you, friend? I greet you, friend. How may I help you, friend? These are troublesome times indeed. These are troublesome times indeed.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Gondor needs your aid.
Oh, whoops. What else do I need to talk to? Well, I like Force Opening because it allows me to get the thrust bleed up before using Brutal Assault so that I can actually activate Deep Wound. And then after using Brutal Assault, you can reuse the parry chain, right? So Force Opening, Retaliation Thrust, Brutal Assault, get the Deep Wound going, and then because you used Brutal Assault, you've reset the parry chain, so then you can use Retaliation Thrust, Overwhelm, and now you have the other Deep Wound going, and then you can do To the King and then Hammer Down. Yeah, that was kind of the thought with it, is to allow the use of thrust before Brutal Assault so that you can get the bleed going. Smashing Strike is weird. I'm not used to... Oh, it also has a bleed. But it has to be used after Retaliation. Okay. It's weird that Redguard gets it now. Where is this dude? Is he not... And then Reckless Attack is also weird to get used to. Oh, there we go. So that's a new ability. But that can only be used after To the King, so I guess it's not really something that you need to worry about. At the cost of morale, though, is annoying. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's still weird. I get the theme behind it. Smashing is good since it seems to save the use of Retaliation for a very long time. So quite often it can be used in openers without having to get... Oh, okay, so it actually remembers. Okay, so they didn't change that part of it. Because that was the same with... Because, well, it used to be just a Blue Guard ability.
These are troublesome times.
And it would do different things on if you used a... Like, if you used a parry and a block response... It did one thing if you use just a parry response, if you use just a block response. It had 3 different outcomes. But you always used it basically for the remembering thing. And yeah, you could start it up in one fight and then save it for like a boss fight essentially. So that's good that... So if that's the case, maybe I don't need as much access to it. It does give a bleed, though. I guess you can just use it right before you use Hammer Down. It's really all, because you just really need it for the bleed. Like, obviously it does decent damage, but you just want that last bleed in before you use Hammer Down. Red card gets all the dots. Shadow Priest confirmed for Lotro.
What news do you bring, traveler? These are troublesome times indeed. These are troublesome times indeed.
I have zero memory of ever having done Iron Hills. This does not look familiar at all. I've only done it once. I like blazed through it on my Runekeeper. Just to level so I could get to Umbar before Umbar came out. So I really don't remember. I don't remember much of Iron Hills either. I need a Wraith. And then I can kind of test out this rotation a bit better.
How may I help you, friend?
Oh, wait, I was gonna say, what's the featured instance? If it's a 3-man, I could fight a boss. Test it out that way, but I'm not 100 yet.
Gondor needs your aid.
How may I help you, friend?
Oh, that's a big change in armor. Oh wait, no, let's save these because, yeah, they'll go up to 200.
Gondor needs your aid.
my god, I hate Sting not removing corruptions anymore. That's another muscle memory thing I have to get rid of. I'm like, oh, corruption, use Sting. Nope. Can't do that anymore. Oh, I see. I'm getting this part mixed up. Right. I gotta use thrust before overwhelm. But I have to open up overwhelm via retaliation. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. I think I see it. So... buffer melee damage. Force opening. Yeah, okay. Oh. Oh, of course you're gonna fight me. Okay. So it doesn't consume the bleed, it just adds a bleed. So I actually don't need to... Maybe I don't need... Well, no, this is to use thrust before. Yeah, okay. Because I can just use force opening, retaliation thrust, brutal assault. And then that should allow me to use overwhelm, and then... to the king. I don't need to restart the chain because I thought Brutal Assault consumed basically the thrust bleed to turn it into a new bleed. No, it just adds it. So that's actually not too bad. Not as bad as I thought, at least.
What is the meaning of this?
Goodwin, come on. It's also new.
Troublesome times indeed.
I think like this whole and the skill tree is all weird now too. It's messing with my head. Okay, I see the rotation now. I can visualize it. Of course, you're parrying every bleed. Does this not stun anymore? Oh, hammer down doesn't stun. God damn it. Why did they remove all of our CC? I might need to move Stagger as well. Yeah, I think for the sake of my brain, I'm just going to switch it with Sting for now. Because instinctually, I'm going to be like, Sting for corruption removal, but that's not going to help me survive while leveling. Wow, apparently I need more finesse. Everything is being block parried and evaded. Love that. Well, at least I think I figured out some kind of rotation. I almost wonder, though, if I now move this here. Yeah, that might visually look better and help me. Yeah, okay. Then I switch these. Yup.
These are troublesome times indeed. I beg your pardon? How may I help you, friend?
Sad part is I still want that brawler.
Why do you interrupt me? Gondor needs your aid.
Maybe when you get through the journey on your hunter, you're like, I'm willing to do the journey again on brawler. Willing to make the journey to kick your ass. How about that? Do it, you won't. You are definitely not willing to fly to Canada.
What is the meaning of this?
Yeah, let's go to the country with the overpriced milk and such. Sounds like memories in the making. See, exactly. God, so many bears with their armor rend. Unless I find a way to make it less tedious, I'm not leveling a brawler. The only way I can think of is to make a high elf with the run buff. Or at least a little faster then. Oh, that's true. Can high elves even be a brawler? Maybe they can, and I just didn't think about it. God, if things keep resisting you though, like your damage is just trash. Because as soon as they start resisting your bleeds, your rotation is gone. Yep, no bleed there, so now I don't get a bleed here. Wow. I guess that makes sense that they can be pretty much everything because of... Yeah, it's a paid class. Hate to say it, but red guards look tedious as hell. I admire you're willing to give it a go. Yeah, I thought I'd give it a shot, kind of figure it out. What kind of armor can I craft myself? Can I even craft anything? Oh, it's just weaker armor. Oh, well that's fun. And this is all 100 stuff. Okay, yeah, nope, this... I'm kind of gonna be stuck with shitty armor.
Gondor needs your aid. How may I help you, friend?
Back to questing armor, love that. And I kind of wanted a guard for 105 just to tank the dungeons with. Because I really like tanking on guard. Although now I have to actually figure out tanking on guard because they also changed... Yeah, they also changed blue line. Yeah, that's fine. Power reduction, tactical mitigation is okay, but it's not needed. Guardian's Pledge, yes. Challenge cooldown, yes. Turn the tables cooldown, yes. Shield smash, increased targets, that's still the same. Shield wall, perceived threat. Shield skill damage and shield skill... Oh, so they got rid of shield spikes. Well, that's nice, because that makes that more useful. Incoming healing modifiers, good. 1% of everything? I don't know about that. Heart to apply a damage bubble on use. Yes, Juggernaut. Ranks. So this might be useful to get. I still want force opening. Getting to sweeping cut targets and a bleed isn't actually terrible. You can do Guardian's Ward damage. Critical defense. Let's do the debuffs. Blocking increases stuff. War chant. Disabling strikes through. Oh, block and parry chance. Yep. Alright, what does my skill bar look like now? Well, pretty much the same. Duplicated smashing strikes. It moved sting over here. Okay, so we don't need... I'm gonna put sting down here. That's fine. Don't need 2 smashing strikes. War chant. Okay. Deal with that for now.
I have heard whisperings on the wind. Whispers of death.
Warrior's Heart Stoic
The
Bubble.
Hill of Eric
Ooh.
has always been an ill-omened place.
Warrior's Heart. Stoic Bubble. Oh, I already have that one. It's the same one. 6 to 105. Yeah. Need torn skins. Damaged furs as well. Ooh, Is this bound to... No, ooh, I can send that to my lore master, and we can at least increase our chance, or increase our Minas Tirith rep gain. So I still need to do like 100 dailies to max out the rep. Okay. Okay, so that's not too troublesome. Fighting that wraith. Dailies wood fun. Yup. Well, for whatever reason, they decided to add 2 new tiers of Minas Tirith rep on top, or added 2 tiers on top of Kindred, and then, or I guess 3 tiers technically, because you have to then progress through Kindred and then do it 2 more times. But you get no rewards for it, except for titles. Okay, I'm feeling the new rotation now. It definitely feels... It feels better than it did with the first set of changes. So the second set of changes definitely made it feel better. Fluid-wise, though, I still prefer Old Redguard. Almost expect the new expansion is going to be daily galore, which will be their meaningful progression to replace a level cap. Yeah, hopefully we'll get some news on the new expansion here soon. I think we'll get some kind of announcement in a couple weeks, maybe like a location or something like that, for like the anniversary. But then I don't expect to get any actual solid details until the summer. Just let us rebuild Moria with Gimli. Stop being idiots about it and let us do it. That would actually be something quite a few people excited about. Oh, for sure. Right now, you have to play Rebuilding Moria, though, for that experience.
You there. What is your business here? My name is Roland.
Yeah, let me send these to
and
my
I'm proud to serve Imrahil, Prince of Dol Amroth.
War Master.
I know little of the dead, and count myself lucky.
Oh wait, I guess no. I can.
I know little of the dead.
I do still
and
need to
count
level.
myself lucky.
At least you're still in the somewhat fun part of Gondor. Yeah, for now. Soon I won't be. I'm not looking forward to the flower picking. I hate the flower picking so much.
No one living.
But you
could
have to
hope
do it
know
for the
what
gear.
moves the dead men of Dunharrow. Only one of their kind could know what it means to remain forever cursed.
I hate that when you do a session play, it opens up all of this nonsense. What I hate about some of the gear choices you get as a reward is agility, vitality, and parry. That's good for a Berg and Warden. Not so much on a Hunter. Wow. Elro here running real slow here. Get moving, buddy. Come on. I loved Minas Morgul. I really loved the region. It was like a better version of Minas Tirith, actually. Because you still had to go up and down all the different levels, but there was actually stuff to, like, fight. It wasn't just errand boy. You weren't just running around delivering letters and still picking things off the ground. You were going around level to level and actually, like, killing everything and clearing it all out. We didn't see this part of the story yet. We did the other choice last time. We fight for Sauron.
I am unsure what this meeting means for Gondor.
Oh, where is... Okay, he's south of me right now. He's a little bit further south, and then we go west from here. Oh, big scary dragon. $59. Oh, maybe we went too far south. 65. So he can be around here. Which does not appear to be. Okay, or he's a little bit further south. Or west. Yep, there he is. Oh, I just realized I do not have my experience. Oh no, I do still have my experience jewelry on. Nice, I was smart. I planned ahead and just left it on instead. I did watch the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. Yes, we did watch it, and I watched the Punisher one as well. Both were great trailers. Smart, that's a fucking stretch. I knew I would forget to put them back on, so I just left them on this time. There's no way you can't use that theme. The OG movie, as terrible as it is, created one of the best themes ever. Two Belgian DJs remixed the theme for, I think, the Mortal Kombat 1 game, and it got thrown back. It's the last. The sequel, well, you know, I think the movie looks great. It's gonna be silly and goofy, and that's what, and kind of cheesy, but that's the whole point of Mortal Kombat. But it's gonna have some brutal fights and deaths, and then gonna have some epic music, and that's, I think, all Mortal Kombat needs to be. Wow, the dog really pissed off that ghost. I could not get it off of him. I'm watching it for Urban, because that man can do no wrong. It's so true. See, because one of the greatest sins in film history is not giving Dread a sequel. Yup. Urban absolutely nailed the character of Dread. Almost not the law. I'm the law. Took the Stallone cheesy bravado line and turned it into a goddamn statement. Yep. Yeah, Urban's is amazing. Definitely still, I think, by far one of the most underrated and underappreciated actors.
Why do you interrupt me? What is the meaning of this? Gondor needs your aid. These are troublesome times indeed.
But the
These are
earrings.
troublesome times indeed.
Oh wait, were those boots better than what I had? Probably not, but no. Just thought I'd check.
Gondor needs your aid.
It's true. I also never heard of him until Lord of the Rings. What is his filmography? Let's take a look. What was he in before Lord of the Rings? And did I just not know those movies existed? Okay, oh, he was in Xena Warrior Princess. Okay. Ghost Ship, I don't know. The Price of Milk, I don't know that one. He was in a couple episodes of the Hercules series. Just a bunch of stuff I've never heard of. Okay. Shortland Street, 70 episodes. Wow. So that paid his bills, basically, until he was... It looks like he does well in fantasy things. Like anything that's more like a drama or something serious, he does not... The movie doesn't do well in. But as soon as he's in something that is a little bit more fantasy or mythological, the movie's rating is way better. Like even Doom is a better movie than his earlier movies, which is really funny. Because Doom is not a great movie. The Price of Milk must be a Canadian indie movie, right? And Soon the Darkness wasn't really a good film either. And Soon the Darkness. I don't think I saw that one. Oh, there it is. Still better than some of his earlier stuff. Well, rating-wise. I mean, you can take that with a grain of salt, but just going off of the star ratings on IMDb. IMDb liked And Soon the Darkness better than Shortland Street, whatever this series is, and Price of Milk. Yes, Doom did do the FPS scene. Yeah. Which was great. It was a great sequence for sure. And to think we got an even worse Doom film after that, Doom Annihilation. Wait, I don't think I saw that one. Doom Annihilation?
How may I help you, friend?
Gondor needs your aid. Gondor needs your aid.
Gondor needs your aid. Is there any... No. Still got 2 of those. Don't need healing. Okay.
Our lands were once peaceful, but it is now dangerous.
On the 7th of May, I'll be having a half off. I'll be having a week and a half off work. Oh, nice. Plan to have the 55-inch TV delivered on the 8th, so I can sit up it, get the lights behind it installed, and the statues. Then we begin. Hell yeah. Got Dune 1 and 2, Nolan Batman trilogy, Inception, Interstellar, Lord of the Rings films. Remastered, all ready to go to test the TV. Yeah, that's good. That is a good list to experience and test the TV for sure. Need to fix my chair. I'm slowly sliding down. I can feel it. Hello? Can you come back up, please? Chair? Oh. Well, that'll have to do. There, now I'm like 3 feet higher. I'm thinking of Godzilla -1 as well. Maybe a new Godzilla US film. Yup. Those would be good for sound. As well as the, yeah, just the effects and big monsters and stuff. Yay, level up. I'm gonna put the sweeping cut bleeds on eventually. I want to test that. Lord of the Rings is the extended edition, obviously. Yeah, because there is no other edition. I remember seeing those for the first time and being blown away at how different the movies actually are. It's like, wait, there's so much more stuff in this. And the movies just become that much better. Especially, Return of the King. Because I always thought that when watching the movie, the battle for Minas Tirith just felt really short. Like there was all this hype up for it, and in the theatrical release, it's basically just the catapult sequence, the towers show up, aim for the trolls, not the towers. Pippin then saves Gandalf, and then they go up and save Faramir, and then the only other like battle sequence is just like 3 seconds of the gate, right? Like stand your ground, everything charges in, there's a clash, and then that's it. And then Rohan arrives.
Oh yeah!
But the extended edition adds the battering rams before Grond. It adds more of the towers. It adds just more fighting. It adds the Gandalf and Witch King conflict. And it just makes the battle feel more fuller, I guess. Yeah, hydrate time. I almost wonder, I mean, obviously people were or studios were already upset with the movie being, Lord of the Rings being 3 movies, but I almost wonder if Return of the King could have been split into 2 movies. Where like the first movie almost ends with the ends with Rohan arriving, kind of, and then the start of the next movie is Pelennor Fields, and then you get Shelob, and then you go into the Black Gate and the destruction of the Ring. So that you could have had more of the fights and more of Aragorn's journey. Oh my god, of course you're gonna give me a Nazgul right here. That always felt a bit weird, Gandalf versus the Witch King. You see Gandalf solo a Balrog a few hours before, but he's so easily overpowered by the Witch King. See, and I actually liked that because it gave more depth to the Witch King. And it also empowers, like, Eowyn's moment. Like, the Witch King is so feared that even Gandalf, who soloed a Balrog, is scared and overpowered by the Witch King. I know that's not how it is in the books, and the Witch King's basically essentially just a pushover, and Gandalf, like, absolutely destroys him in their little fight confrontation. But I like that movie scene so much. And they build up to it too, even in the theatrical edition, where the Witch King has the lines like, I will break him. But then they never have that conflict. But in the extended edition, they do have that conflict. And that the Witch King does actually overpower him, and Gandalf actually for a split second believes all hope is lost, just like the rest of Gondor feels. Until Rohan arrives. And then the Witch King has to deal with it, because if he doesn't, Mordor loses, even though they still lose, but the Witch King has to leave. And I just think that that moment is really cool. And I enjoy it a lot. Because then, when the Witch King does get defeated, it's at the hands of Merry and Éowyn. And they were able to overcome that fear. And just, we have to deal with this guy. No matter what. Gandalf couldn't even do it, and I just think that it just adds to it more. I don't know. I know that kind of diminishes Gandalf's power, and it's not as lore accurate and everything, but I don't know. I think there's something special with actually making the Witch King so feared. I think we only got the amazing Pippin Denethor scene with Faramir charging to take back Osgiliath because oh yeah, they heard Billy Boyd sing during a karaoke night. Yep, and that's why we got the blood tomatoes. The weird tomato eating scene. Gandalf entered the instance during the lore master nerfed up shit. Tomato. Oh, it's Ben. Hello, Ben. How's it going today? Yeah, I think I'll always stand by the Witch King scene being really good as like a character change for the Witch King and Gandalf. I will always support the changes to Faramir's character because I think the changes that they made Faramir a more compelling character and even more likable than he already was. And also the changes to Aragorn's character of actually giving him some growth rather than like already being a king at the start and he just has to go like take the crown and defeat Sauron.
These are troublesome times indeed.
And only an absolute legend like John Noble could do that tomato scene. It's true. He's the only person that could do that scene and make it as uncomfortable and weird as it is.
In from all sides?
Have you heard the rumors of enemies pressing in from all sides?
I did the tax stuff I wanted done but stupid phone website is down, so couldn't do that part. Now it's Skyrim time over here. Oh no, can't do my taxes. Yes, it's time for Skyrim. Tired, gonna play Overwatch and listen to Lotro? Hell yeah. Okay, make one joke. Gotta do your one joke. And they left out Tom Bombadil. I know it's super unpopular opinion, but even the extended edition is Bombadil free. Yup.
Gondor needs your aid.
Tom Bombadil doesn't give anything to the story. In the grand scheme of things, Tom Bombadil gives nothing to the story. Yes, it's cool being like, oh, look, he's a character that can is immune to the ring. That's a cool thing. But it's just like Glorfindel, where you could have Glorfindel save Frodo, like in the books, instead of Arwen at the river. But that doesn't do anything for the story because Glorfindel doesn't make an appearance ever again. And Tom Bombadil doesn't make an appearance ever again, so it's just weird. So you just don't have those moments. Later? Joke later? Oh, okay. So from taxes to the Thieves Guild, small leap. Yes, Glorfindel was the one that made the prophecy about the Witch King. And it wasn't as, it's like a prophecy, but it's also like a curse that he put on the Witch King, kind of. What's a way to describe it? It's like a small reminder in the back of his head. It's like an idea that he plants in the Witch King's mind of, not only do I foresee you not only do I not foresee that no living man will be able to kill you, but you will die, and it will not be from a man. It's that reminder in his head that the Witch King will supposedly always fear, but he forgets about it, and he isn't reminded of it until his like so-called dying breath when fighting Éowyn and Merry. But over the centuries, every time the elves encounter the Witch King, it was a constant, they always reminded him of that prophecy, but semi-curse. Of like, no, you will die, and it will not be from a man. And I just think that's kind of fun. Yes, exactly. At that point, you have to explain who Glorfindel is, right? If Glorfindel saves Frodo, then like, oh, who's this guy? And we just look. We have too much exposition to get through in Rivendell. We don't need another like 5 minutes of Gandalf talking to Frodo who Glorfindel is and why he's also not allowed to come onto the journey to destroy the One Ring. Because Glorfindel, if Glorfindel was part of the Fellowship would have been so overpowered. Well, and that's kind of what it became, right? He got so arrogant, like, no man can kill me. And over the different ages and the thousands of years of Middle Earth, the prophecy kind of split into two different branches of, like, it's a curse that the elves remind the Witch King of every chance they get. And, like, every time they say it, it's supposed to affect the Witch King more. But at the same time, it's because it's not only a prophecy, but it becomes a saying, and the Witch King tries to twist it as, like, an arrogant thing of, you can't kill me because you're a man. So then all of men, like the race of men, fear the Witch King even more because they know they can't kill him. So the Witch King also kind of uses it to his advantage in that way. It only amplified his fear while also weakening him at the same time. And they didn't even want to prologue it first, and it's one of the best openings to a movie ever. Yes. I think the Fellowship of the Ring and then Revenge of the Sith movie openings. Those two movie openings are the best movie openings I think we have ever gotten. What is over here? Apparently there's something over here that I need. We'll just go further down. But yeah, the Witch King always believed that he could never die. So it was just another reason why the elves, like, reinforced that prophecy or curse of just, no, you're not unkillable. You will die. It just won't be from a man. And then as the years go by, people interpret it differently. What does a man mean? Is it the race of men? And then the race of men panic, and they're like, "Oh my God, we can't kill the Witch King. What are we gonna do? Flee!" And then, but then Tolkien just writes it as a, it's a knock off of Macbeth. Of, well, actually, it's just a woman. Macbeth wasn't going to die from a man of woman born. And Shakespeare was like, oh, technicality, what if you're born via C-section? Got you. And Tolkien hated that. It's like, no, I'm going to make it a woman. Because a woman isn't a man. Could you imagine if it was a rock that killed him? To be fair, 2 towers where Gandalf and the Balrog fall into the foundations of stone while Howard Shore is giving 150% of the music. It's pretty freaking epic too. Yes. Yeah, woman power. Well, and then there's even the extra layer to it. It's woman power, and then, but it's also a hobbit that intervened as well. Oh, I love this. Everything is being resisted. Okay. So a hobbit is also not a man. So with the aid of a hobbit, which was just Merry separating the Witch King's tie to Sauron, a woman, Éowyn, was able to deliver the killing blow, which is something that Gandalf was never able to do.
Aid. These are troublesome times indeed.
Woman power right there.
How may I help you, friend?
He's a lot taller than a hobbit.
Our lands were once peaceful, but it is now dangerous to travel far from home.
Well, yeah, more like, yeah, well, even taller than that. I think he grew up to my size, I think. Hold on. How tall was... Yeah, after drinking in the forest, they became 5 feet tall. So they're really just average. They're just an almost an average-sized human at that point. And I still don't trust any person who didn't blink away a tear when Aragorn said, "My friends, you bow to no one." Yup, that's a powerful moment. And if you're not crying at that moment, then you're lying to yourself. The ending scene where they bow to no one. Merry and Pippin should be towering over Sam and Frodo. Yeah, they should be probably about a foot taller. I think that's also just another reason why it was fun to have Arwen in the movie more, because after Rivendell, the next time we would have seen Arwen is basically at the wedding ceremony, and it would just make her character totally pointless. Sure, there could have been still like the flashback scenes, but it was just another reason why to have Arwen save Frodo. More of that woman power, epic moments. They're super badass. But also just like to give an already existing character more of a real role. Because otherwise, yeah, she truly would have just been oh look, it's Arwen in Rivendell. That's cool. Oh, some random flashback scenes. Oh, and now she's at the wedding. Wow, what a great character. Why not Helm's Deep? I mean, she was in Helm's Deep. They just cut her out of the movie, except for like one scene or one shot. Movie is almost 23 years old. Still looks better than modern movies. Amazing what passion brings to the end product. Yep, that I will always say. Passion surpasses everything. If you just have the passion, then the movie will be successful.
How may I help you, friend?
You don't need anything fancy to make the movie work. You just need passion, and your passion will carry you. Yeah, she was supposed to be the one surfing on the shield. She was supposed to be the one that pulls up Aragorn and Gimli when they're at the gate. There was also supposed to be a scene with Éowyn defending the caves as well, but they took that out. Mostly just to runtime. I mean, I still think Peter Jackson should somehow find a way to release like the director's cut of Lord of the Rings and release each movie as like 6 hour. Each movie is 6 hours, and we truly get the max experience of what Peter Jackson wanted. Aragorn only had to defend Helm's Deep, unite the dead, survive Minas Tirith, solo charge the Black Gate, and become the king. Yeah, I had to get some of that else. I think there was also a moment written for, well, because there was the whole like Éowyn falling for Aragorn, which like who wouldn't? But then Arwen showing up with the elves, and then there's supposed to be some reference of like, yeah, that's the woman that Aragorn loves, and Éowyn would be like, oh, okay, I get it now. I think that was also supposed to be a scene. For Liv Tyler, a man who would charge the Black Gate. It's true.
These are troublesome times indeed. Disheartened by news of the Oathbreaker's influence on the Vale and the growing threat in Tarlang's crown, Malthalam has called you and Lady Rosfine to council.
Gondor needs your aid.
Gondor needs your aid.
Yeah, Miranda Otto is another one I never saw before Two Towers. Here, let's look at her IMDb. I've seen her in a lot of stuff after. Not before. I think that was another great thing about those films, is they put all of those Australian or New Zealand actors on the map. Okay, Return of the King. Two Towers. Okay. The Healer, never heard of. Close Your Eye, never heard of. The Way We Live Now, never heard of. No. She was in a bunch of movies, but I've never heard of any of them. Not as much TV though as as Carl. Mr. Carl Urban. She did more movies, he did more television. Then they were both in Lord of the Rings together, and their careers just exploded. Because after that, she was in War of the Worlds, Flight of the Phoenix, Lock and Key, I, Frankenstein, Homeland, Annabelle. Talk to Me. I did Lord of the Rings elf. Tinder for Lord of the Rings elves, please. I'm sure that's a thing you could find, Ben. You could probably just go on Tinder and find people that are dressed as Lord of the Rings elves. I usually draw the line with rom-com. Yeah, that's fair. I can't stand them either. Like, there's some okay ones, but most of them are all just kind of the same and not that great. I, Frankenstein, that was a thing for a minute. Yep. Yes, she was in Talk to Me. That was a good movie. And that was another one of those, like, almost indie movies. Kind of like the whole Iron Lung Markiplier thing. Talk to Me was another one of those situations. Because it was made by people who only did random, like, YouTube
sometimes indeed
skits and stuff. But then they became because of their YouTube stuff, they became quite popular in New Zealand and Australia, and the government kind of ended up funding the movie in a way after they pitched it. Yeah, I think we get rid of the necklace now.
How may I help you, friend?
I lose out on the tactical mitigations, but oh well. That is what non-horror watchers say about slashes. It's always the same. No, Jason is different in every Friday the 13th film. You don't get it, okay? Look, I need to stop my mom from trying to force me to. So maybe I just swipe on some elves myself. Yep, anything to get your mom to stop setting you up with random people. Or doing the swiping for you. Just, yeah, just go look for some elves. If you tell your mom you're dating an elf, I don't think that's gonna help your cause. You can try, but I don't really know.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Gondor needs your aid.
Have you heard the rumors of enemies pressing in from all sides? Have you heard the rumors of enemies pressing in from all sides? These are troublesome times indeed. These are troublesome times indeed.
I got doctor shit to do. Just do both. Look up some elves and do doctor stuff. Fuck some elves, be a doctor. Ben's new slogan. Mom and Dad are afraid I'm so antisocial. You got studying to do. I get it. Also, you're not that antisocial.
Gondor.
You play D&D and stuff. Study while fucking elves. Multitasking. Damn. Please ban me. That's enough Locher for today. We're not finishing Iron Hills. I started in Lake Town, finished that, finished Dale, I finished Arrow, where I was locked in. Oh, damn. Yeah, so then you're on to... Or I guess, yeah, truly the Iron Hills. If you can provide me with the Tinder profiles for that, it'd be great. You just gotta find them. I'm sure they're out there. How did Jelena get the date wrong for D&D? Wait, she got a date wrong for D&D? What did she have all those dating apps for? I don't think a person's supposed to go through the long cultural content as fast as I am, I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know. Some people really enjoy going that fast through the content because they just want to get through it all. Well, and it also goes to show you, though, how much content is actually in the expansions when you remove the endgame stuff, right? Because you went through, 3 expansions in a week. I knew she had the dates wrong, which is why I mentioned locking it in. I knew she had it wrong. Oh no. This is for the date that's at the end of the month, right? God damn it. I just need armor right now, but I don't have armor. I sadly need like 4 more levels to get armor. Because I never put my guardian through the highbolt stuff, so my gear on my guard's a little bit weaker. Doesn't know how to calendar. Julian as an actor doesn't surprise me. Yeah, we love Jelena. She's funny. So when are we getting a park building stream by Tiger Lady? I might actually get through her stream without needing alcohol. Oh yeah, you can share your park photos. Speaking of park building, the T-Rex is a goddamn problem. They were stressing me out. Oh yeah, the stuff that you skipped in Minas Tirith there was quite a lot to skip. But that's also because there is just a lot of content that was stretched out over a long period of time because there was no endgame. Do I actually have West? Do have West Eminent coins? Riders. There might be some armor, 95 armor that I can craft. That might be a bit more worth it. But but I don't know. I don't remember how much. Ooh, no. I don't have the rep for it. Never mind. Never mind. It'll be. I'll might as well just grind our way through Gondor. I did spend quite a bit of time on the big dinosaur sanctuary. That one's probably my pretty spot right now. Nice. Such deja vu. I was doing these things like a week ago. The raptors are also a bane of my existence too. They escape all the time. You gotta get the bigger electric fences. And then make them comfortable so that they stop being angry enough to escape. Do you have the biggest electric fences? I don't think so. Fight me. But they were needy and I didn't have a big enough park. See that? So you're gonna blame the raptors for escaping, yet you're not making them happy enough to stay. I see the problem. Maybe if you give them more space to play in, they wouldn't be upset. Get off my back, at least my parks look nice. Sure, they look great. But the raptors are pissed. My park may not look nice, but at least my dinosaurs are all happy. Come back to us. Put a straight path in your park. No, it doesn't need to be straight. It needs to be the quickest way to a destination. Efficiency. The only reason your dinosaurs didn't escape because they can't find the end. No, they're happy. They don't want to escape. The T-Rex is happy because I had to delete all my decorations just for them. That's funny. Well, your raptors aren't happy. Do you need to delete more decorations so that they're happy? They're fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
In your general direction. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberry.
The divorced dad mentality. At least the kids want to stay with me. Oh, I know that was for me. I know. T-Rex is happy, put more sand down. T-Rex is happy, 2 seconds later, T-Rex is unhappy. Get a bigger enclosure, T-Rex is happy. 2 seconds later, T-Rex is unhappy. What do you want from me? Mom's house looks nice, but it's not fun. The Raptors are fine, but I had to move the entire monorail system and infrastructure just for them and their adorable babies. That's why you gotta do the Hyperloop station. And then you don't have to worry about all the monorail stuff. You can just do the Hyperloop station that goes underground. That's game changing, because then you can have big enclosures and still have space for decorations, because you don't have to build everything around the stupid train tracks. Well, maybe you should research the Hyperloop station. And this is why I play Sandbox and I say, fuck all the rules, I'm gonna build my pretty thing. Yep, that's fair. I can't have to keep playing the new maps. Yeah, I gotta keep playing the new maps, unlock everything. Can't even play the campaign. You know what's bullshit is you need to do the challenges because workshop items that use a certain unlocked item do not work if they... Oh, interesting. I didn't actually think about that. I started doing the challenges recently. I think I've got maybe half of them left now. What's nice though is you actually don't have to do them on the hardest difficulty anymore. In the second game, you had to do the challenges on like Jurassic difficulty to get to get different like cosmetics or like skin colors for the dinosaurs, and also to get the other rewards. But now you don't have to do that. You just have to complete them, so I think that was a great change. There's a surprising lack of DLC happening as well for Jurassic World Evolution 3 compared to Jurassic World Evolution 2. And I think I'm kind of okay with that. You don't have to spend... It's not like Sims where you have to spend like $1,000 to get all the DLC. Or even like Total War. I know I did the friendly achievements. Fuck that. Yup. Yeah, I thought about doing all of them for the achievements. I'm like, nah, I just want the statues. I don't care about the achievements as much. Did I not? Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll just spam Dol Amroth again. And then I can earn the armor that way. Because if I look up, I bet you there's just nothing on the auction house even. Armor, we'll say 95 to 100. What is there? That's 100. Yeah, that's all the heavy armor. No thanks.
How may I help you, friend? These are troublesome times indeed. Have you heard the rumors of enemies pressing in from all sides?
How may I help?
Achievements started to lose their allure when I decided to retire the PC. Yeah, that's
Our
fair.
lands were once peaceful, but it is now dangerous to travel far from home.
I've never gone out of my way to get every single achievement in a game before, unless like I really, really enjoyed the game for whatever reason. Because I think I only ever did them for Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor. Don't lie, you don't have all the achievements on Skyrim. One of them's broken and you have to fix it. Or did you end up fixing it? I have all of them. Do you have all of them on a single copy of the game? Because I thought the Steam one, you were missing the one achievement because it was broken. But you got that achievement on like a different copy of the game. The Steam one is broken because Bethesda shit. Okay. That's what I was thinking of, was the one Steam one you don't have. Don't ever question my Steam achievements again. I got all the Skyrim and Special Edition achievements. Let's see. My Skyrim achievements are... hold on. The normal edition, I have 37 out of 75. And then I don't have a single achievement in the special edition. Did I get all the... I don't think I did all the achievements in... Yeah, I didn't do all the achievements for Shadow of War and Mordor on PC. I only did it on Xbox. That's all the Skyrim achievements on one save. As I already outed myself and said I only have 37 out of 75.
Gondor needs your aid. How may I help you, friend?
Can I make better jewelry, maybe? Oh yeah, I might be able to make myself jewelry. Okay, that'll help when I get there. Hardest achievement I ever went for were the ones in Metal Gear Vengeance, doing the bosses on hard without getting hit once. That was something. I had more time than... Yeah, that's fair. I did achievements more on Xbox because of the actual, like, you know, your gamer score. And I thought that was kind of more intriguing. Like, oh, I got this many points because I did all these achievements. But I feel like that matters, or like that value isn't shown as much on your Steam profile. Bayonetta on climax difficulty is pretty damn hard too. Oh wait, reforge weapons, yes. There we go. Yeah, now these can go higher. Yep.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I mean, maybe at 102, all I do is I can just barter for. I wonder if I can barter
How
the
may I
Minas
help you,
Tirith gear
friend?
and send it to my
These are troublesome times indeed.
guard.
After investigating strange occurrences throughout the Vale,
What is
you
the
have
best
tracked an
Skyrim
invader
DLC?
from
Ooh, that's a good
Tarlang's
question.
Crown to the Hill of Erech. While their identity remains unknown, they intend to form a pact with the ruthless
I would say
dead, a union that could spell doom for Gondor. These are troublesome
the
times
vamp,
indeed.
the one that added the vampires, and then maybe, or the home one, Dragonborn. Oh, is the Heartfire one not really it's only a few houses? Oh, I thought it was a full DLC. Oh, we got another word of power. So we'll probably do single target attack damage crit. Dawnguard is great, but you need a mod to marry. It's the best guy. They got an actual good voice actress for her too, which is pretty rare in Skyrim. If you look at this list, it usually got worse and worse DLC-wise in every game. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess Skyrim has never. Their voice actors are always quite fun in Elder Scrolls.
Gondor needs your aid.
Gondor needs your aid. Of course it does. Everybody needs my aid. The Rohirrim need my aid. Gondor needs my aid. Yeah, Fallout, that's another series of games I need to play at some point. So much is on the list, though. I actually gotta finish the list.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Blooming Head, Knights of the Nine, good. Shivering Isles. Shivering Isles was fun. I enjoyed that on when we did Oblivion Remastered. Horse Armor DLC, you can't win every time. Apparently there's Starfield DLC. Wait, they did Starfield DLC? I know they just did a big update. But who plays that anymore? Tiger Lady might. She actually just updated it the other day.
How may I help you, friend?
None of this really matters. Grab this heavy shield and replace this one. It's true, No Man's Sky does have Pokemon now.
These are troublesome times indeed.
And people are actually trying to push for a Pal World and No Man's Sky crossover. Oh wait, hold on, let's do tasks first. Damaged. Wait, I don't. Anything that says Old Anorian is damaged. Furs is fine. I know we can do Shattered. Torn Skins, I think, is also, yeah, that's Old Anorian. Just do these two. Maybe we can make some jewelry here. Workbench. What can I do for jewelry? Need medium ingots. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's like, why is my crafting so slow? I forgot to use the buff. Oh, that means... Wait. Oh, yeah, my armor's probably broken. Or been breaking. Yep. Go. Okay. Is the yellow one good? Yeah, it's still good. Still more morale. Earrings, no. Necklace. It's more morale, but rings should be fine. And we'll just make all of the mediums. And then see what kind of luck we have with making the jewelry. So we need one more ring. We can try to go for a necklace, maybe. So less might, less vitality, less critical defense, more morale. If I do the tank one. Okay, no, so I don't need a necklace. We'll just try for bracelets. Perfect. Alright, well that'll help a little bit. We got like 2,000 extra morale off of that. Diablo expansion at the end of the month. Still got a bit of backlog. This idea of Brawler doesn't want to leave my brain. I'm blaming me. Just like Tiger Lady blamed you for various reasons. I'm blaming you for them. Of course. Of course. Always my fault. I'll accept the blame.
How may I help you, friend?
Oh, our first bot. Get out of here. Oh, to test the TV. I got the Chainsaw Man movie ready to go to, you know, just to test it. Right. Just to test it. No other reason. It's just to test the TV. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might also just... I'll level up the guard to 100, but then not worry about doing anything else past that.
Take care, traveler.
I'll
The
wait
road
until
here is
105
treacherous.
comes out,
My
because I
wagon
think there's
has
going to be
succumbed.
better crafting options. That moves my everlasting argument why human animation will prevail over AI. Oh yeah. I mean, human animation will always be better. Well, maybe not always. Maybe in like 200 years of computer technology increases and that kind of stuff gets better, then maybe, but not in our
Back to my
lifetimes.
father. I will follow with the other.
Lady disapproves. Human art always wins over computer any day. I would imagine so, but I don't know. Maybe, yeah, like 200 years, 500 years. Computers will be better. Years, the animator will have made a deal with the then reigning deity of hell to make sure their animation is better. When the AI overlords take over, they'll force humans to be their AI.
Did you find my boy?
Black Mirror,
Did you
don't
find
steal
the dog?
my ideas.
These are troublesome times indeed. How may I help you, friend? How may I help you, friend?
I missed that one ingredient we talked about earlier, passion. It's true. It does miss passion. Being so passionate about a certain thing, even the people go to the ends of the earth to see it visualized on screen. That's what you can. Yep, this is true. See, once AI understands passion, then we're in trouble. I don't know how long that'll take.
These are troublesome times.
Maybe 200 years. But once AI understands passion, then it's all over. Will the AI love me? It may say it does, but will it actually? Probably not. Not until it understands passion. AI could never understand passion because AI is essentially need limits creativity to flourish. True. And there's no telling what AI will be though in 200 years. Or if AI will even be around. Maybe we will have gone full circle and completely removed AI out of the equation. And said, nope, you're not allowed. You're banned.
Gondor needs your aid.
Okay, I want to switch to LM here and just take a look at some vendors before the end stream. Let's say AI could love. Even if it could, would it be authentic, or would it just be mimicking what it learned of love from humans? I mean, also true. If AI can love me while looking like 2B from here, I'll accept my AI overlords. At this rate, AI has become my therapist. Oh, I'll claim that on my guard. Okay, so you don't have armor, correct?
We'll be ready.
Crafting, travel skills, and pets. Oh, I could go to after battle Minister. That's kind of interesting. I don't think it'll let me do it. These are essences. This doesn't require rep though, so I can at least send tactical mitigation and tactical mitigation and fate. That's terrible. And then what are the metalsmith ones? Critical defense isn't terrible. And might? Oh, okay. Okay, so nothing there. I don't believe Stars of Merit are account-wide. Oh, no, they are account-wide. Okay. Well, that's other ways to get jewelry if I really want. Why not let it left me? And that is how we get Skynet and John Connor gets a bullet between. Barter.
First time in Minas Tirith.
Ooh, bind on acquire. Wait, the Dol Amroth gear is bound to account. Hold on. And then let me just, this is the 105 stuff. This is bind on acquire.
How may I help you, friend?
Wait, I'll just port there. So if the Dol Amroth gear is bound to account, then I can do the quests on both characters, but then just use the tokens to buy the armor. And not have to worry about getting the rep on my card. That's the case. It says it's bind to account.
These are troublesome times.
Yeah,
indeed.
bind to account on acquire. Okay. Captain armor, guardian armor.
Gondor needs your aid.
Okay, well that's good to know. Thought I put some stuff in. Oh, my subscriber thing ran out. Okay. Well, I know what I can do then slowly. Yeah, I can farm that armor again, but I can do it on 2 characters at the same time. And then just barter for... Or I can, once my guard hits 100, he'll have gear right away. Okay, that's nice.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Maybe my parents should worry about me becoming an incel. Oops. Solido, Texas berries, ChatGPT. After the honeymoon, Skynet launches every nuke available. Coincidence? I'll need the gear on my guard just because, well, I'll just need some sort of upgrade from quest gear. Just so that he'll have a decent chance of surviving through questing through Mordor when that launches. And I might end up using him for, whatchamacallit, for doing dungeons when 105 launches. So I'm going to want some kind of gear. I'm not going to bother with getting all the essence stuff on him, but I just want something.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something? Hello there.
In your vault. Did I put it in here? Yeah! I have a whole bunch of tokens in here still. Perfect.
Stay a moment. How can I be of service? Stay a moment. How can I be of service? Might I take a moment of your time? How can I be of service?
Next Chainsaw movie could be late 2026 or early 2027. Oh! That is a hype. Alright, Minas Tirith. Actually, what happens if I travel to after Battle of Minas Tirith? Because this isn't technically unlocked yet. Yep. I got to appear there for a split second. And now I'm on the other side of Middle Earth. That's funny. God, I'm still... What is this? God, still 40,000 away. So, for another tier. Alrighty. Well, we will call it here for today, and then tomorrow we'll go back on the guard and just continue leveling. Yeah, and then after guard, I'll probably go to... champion next, who's still kind of in Rohan. But yeah, thank you to those that stopped by and said hello. I appreciate you all. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.